Hi and welcome to Love Doing Yoga on this Monday evening. Hope you had a lovely weekend. Looking forward to a nice week ahead. Our theme today is present. So let us give ourselves the present of yoga, but also let's try and remain as present as we can in the moment. Before we begin, a huge congratulations to all of those who completed the challenge in March. So congratulations to Patricia and Sharon, Aaron, Natalie, Jane and Jean, Mags, Annalise, Anka, Maxine and Fanula, Viv, Neve, Helen, Nuala and Alan. And I think I've got everybody, have I, Alan?
I think so.
Yeah, well done everyone. That was great. Keep it up. Hopefully you can do it again in April. So, as always, throughout the practice, listen to your body and only do what feels right for you today. And let us begin by lying down. Make yourself comfortable on your mat, closing your eyes, softening your body, and giving yourself permission to slow down. Letting go of your day and everything that's going on in your life. Letting go of any labels you or others place on you. Letting go of the past and concerns for the future. Just giving yourself this time to connect your body with your mind through your breath. Being in the present moment. And become aware of yourself on the mat. Aware of your orientation in the room. Where your legs are, where your head is, where your whole body is. And let your attention go to the base of your spine, becoming aware of its connection with the mat. Directing your breath towards the base of your spine. Lengthening that spine as long as it can go, finding space between each vertebrae. And then becoming aware of your shoulder blades against the mat. And with each breath, just feel them soften further into the mat. Becoming aware of the back of your head and its connection with the mat. Feeling it supported, held here. Just move your chin slightly, tucking it in just a little bit, noticing how that makes your neck feel. Does it lengthen it? And then let your attention go to your breath. Inhaling through your nose into your belly. Pause. And then exhale through your nose. And placing your hands on your abdomen. On your next exhale, draw up your pelvic floor and then notice what that does in terms of engaging your muscles in your lower abdomen. And on your next exhale, draw up your pelvic floor and bring the belly button in and up. Noticing how that starts to engage slightly higher in the abdomen. And on your next exhale, draw in the sides of the waist, along with the pelvic floor and the belly button. And notice, hopefully you can feel the muscles engaging from your lower abdomen through the sides and the upper abdomen. So you feel the whole of your core engage. And let's try to replicate that throughout the practice. Taking one more breath here. Each breath engaging that core. And then bending the knees, hug them into the chest. And let's pedal those legs out. So just letting them warm up here with a bit of movement as we keep it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Letting both feet come down to the mat and let the knees fall over to the left and the arms open in a T as you look to the right. In this position, become aware of your right side of your waist. So as you exhale and engage your core, pay particular attention to the right side of your waist. And then bringing the knees back to the center, hug that right knee into the chest, extend the left leg. Flexing both feet. One more breath here. And then holding on to the toes of this right foot, just begin to open the leg. So work with your own body. So only open it out as much as it's willing to do at this stage of the practice. And as you breathe, just become aware of the back of your hamstring, allowing it to begin to open out and lengthen. And then with this leg, just change hands. So your left hand is holding the right leg and draw it all the way over to the left. Turning the upper body, stretching out the right arm, and let the gaze look to the right. And coming back to the center, raise that left leg and place the right leg on it, lifting up the left leg and clasping the back of the thigh. And with each breath, again, just draw that knee in a little closer. Two more breaths here. Remembering with each breath, drawing up that pelvic floor, belly button in and up, sides of the waist in. And then keeping the leg up, release the thigh. Let this right knee slide on across so it's over the left knee as you hold on to the outside edge, if you can, of that right leg and the outside edge of the left leg. And if this isn't available to you, maybe use a belt or hold on to your calves. Keeping the knees connected with each other. Three more breaths here. And releasing the feet. Let them come down onto the mat. Let the right leg come out long, bringing that left knee in towards the chest. Flexing the feet. And then letting that leg down, bending the right knee. Let both legs fall over to the right as you turn your gaze to the left. And then again, becoming aware of the left side of your waist, engaging as you breathe. And bringing the legs back to the center with that left leg, holding onto it with your left hand as you raise the leg up. Let the right leg come out long. Each breath just helping the hamstring to open out and the calf. And then With the right hand, changing hands, draw that left leg all the way over to the right. With your left hand open and your gaze to the left. And coming back to the center, putting that left leg over the right and lifting it up. Flexing both feet, drawing the right thigh in towards the center of your body. Two more breaths. And then releasing the back of your thigh, draw that left leg on over so it's on top of your knee. And holding on to the outside edge of those feet if you can. One more breath. And release the legs down. Feet on the mat, knees bent, rolling over onto your side, making your way up to sit. And we're going to sit kind of a long ways on the mat because we'll be doing a few things here. So if you want a block, have one. Otherwise, just make yourself comfortable on your mat with your knees crossed. Not your knees crossed, with your legs crossed. And sitting up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. Feel the whole body begin to open out. And then keeping this right leg in front, bring the left leg behind so it's parallel with the long side of the mat. And let's take a little twist here to the right, allowing the whole front of the body to open out. One more breath here. And coming around to the front. Let that left leg come out long and cross the right leg over it. Bringing it up nice and high if you can, so that you can see the sole of your foot, if that's possible. Keeping that left foot extended, lengthening through the body. Allow that right knee, encourage it down towards the mat, towards the floor. One more breath here. And then let this foot cross on across so it's over your knee. And again, sitting up tall, keeping the feet flexed. And now let's draw this left foot back. So we come into our cow face, keeping the knees on top of each other. See, can you make a straight line between your two toes? So you've got a nice straight line across here, keeping a connection, although it'll be a lighter connection, but keeping a connection with the mat with your right seat bone. One more breath here, really having that core involved in the pose. And unravel the legs. Let's take that to the other side. So bending this right leg comes in, no, not that. The left leg comes in front and the right leg comes behind as we take our twist here, allowing the front of the body to open up and stretch, getting that nice extension of the right hip, nice stretch into that right quad. One more breath. And then coming back to center, letting that right leg come out long as the left leg comes across again, encouraging it to bring it up as far up your thigh as you can. See, can you see the sole of your foot? And then think about just encouraging this left knee down towards the mat. One more breath here. And we're going to let it move on across. So the left knee is over the right. Sitting up tall. Remembering with each exhale, draw up that pelvic floor, belly button in and up, sides of waist in as you engage the core. And now let's draw this right foot across. So we still keep one knee on top of the other, having a straight line with the 2 feet. My knee's not cooperating today. There we go. And keeping a connection with the mat with your left seat bone. Sitting up tall, lengthening through the spine, engaging the core from the pelvic floor up. Two more breaths. And unravel the legs. Let's swing around onto all fours. And then let's step it up into a forward fold. So working with your body, going as deep as your body permits. We're going to take 3 breaths here. With each breath, just see, can you get your rib cage closer to your thighs? And your chest closer towards your knees. And then bending those knees, making your way all the way up to stand. Standing with those palms facing towards the front. Just for a moment, notice what that does. So stand with your palms pointing, your fingers just pointing straight down, and your palms facing your thighs. Think about ears, shoulders, hips, all in a straight line. And now turn the palms outwards and notice what that does to your chest. It just opens it out a little bit. Frees it up. Raises the heart. One more breath here. And raise the arms up, palms together over the head. Let's run through a couple of sun salutes. So raising the gaze, taking a breath. And sweeping the arms out to the side, forward fold. Lifting halfway. And forward fold again. Let's step the right leg back for our low lunge. And then through to our plank, setting up the hands first. Shoulders over wrists, softening the elbows. And come down whichever way you prefer, either coming straight down, keep the elbows in if you're coming straight down, or come down, knees, feet, chest, belly, whichever works for you. One more breath in plank. And then bringing yourself down onto the mat. And let's raise the forehead and chest away from the mat. And pushing up through your tabletop into downward dog, pedaling your way in here. Until you're ready to come to your point of stillness, pushing the hips back towards the back of the mat, closing the eyes, being present, focusing just on your breath. And stretching that right leg out behind you. Step it through for a low lunge. And up into your forward fold. Bending the knees. Coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze, take a breath. And through to forward fold. Halfway lift. And forward again. Stepping the left leg back for your low lunge. And into your plank for 3 breaths. And making your way down onto the mat. And drawing up the forehead and chest. Pushing on up through your tabletop to your downward dog for 3 breaths. And stretching that left leg out behind you, stepping it through low lunge. And up into a forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up and coming to stand at the top of the mat with your hands in prayer, feet hip width apart. From here, just draw the arms out so your elbows are at the same height as your shoulders. As we take 3 breaths here. And then again, with each breath, engaging that core. And bringing the hands down, we're going to take a tree pose. So shifting the weight into that right leg, drawing the left leg up onto the thigh or the calf, and hopping around as much as you need to in order to get there. Find your gaze point. The core can really help you here. Draw the arms up over the head and open them out. Two more breaths here. And bringing those hands down into prayer, release that right foot and come to the long side of the mat. So opening the legs out nice and wide, toes pointing towards the front. Let's bring the right hand into the center and hook the left arm underneath it. So it's fine to have it like this. The palms don't have to meet. Just have them wrapped, because the benefit of this is about what it does to your shoulders. The stretch it gives your shoulders. So just go with what works for you. Raise the elbows up, draw the palms away from the forehead, and you'll feel that stretch extend. And from here, let's just come down into a squat, engaging the core. And let's take 3 breaths here. And releasing the hands, coming all the way up. Just swivel on this right leg, bending the knee to bring it to the front, and step that left foot across. Squaring up the hips, keeping this right knee over the ankle. Raise the arms up for warrior 1. Soften those shoulders. Be in the present, connected with your breath. Bringing the hands down onto the hips, we're going to step this left foot up to meet the right. Toes together, heels a little bit apart. As you again sit down with your hips back into your chair pose, right hand in the center, left hand under. Raise the arms. One more breath here. Shift the weight into the right leg. Lift that left leg up and cross it over the right. And double cross if you like. One more breath. Let the left foot come down. Unravel the arms coming up to stand at the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Turn the palms out. Taking 3 breaths here. Let's bring that left foot, shifting the weight into it, turning the right foot at a right angle and coming into our tree pose on this side. Finding your balance, finding your gaze point, raising the arms. One more breath here. And bringing the hands down, letting the leg come down as we come to long ways on the mat again. Toes pointing towards the front, coming down into your squat. This time the left arm comes into the center, the right arm comes under it. Engaging that core with each breath. Being fully involved in the moment. And releasing the arms. This time, swinging around so the left leg is the front leg. So you're facing the back of the mat. And step that right foot across, squaring up the hips, raising up the arms for warrior 1. One more breath here. And let's step this right foot up beside the left, toes together, heels apart as we come down into our chair pose. Bringing that left hand into the center, left arm, and then swinging the right arm under it. One more breath here. And then shifting the weight into that left foot as you cross the right leg over. One more breath. And let the right foot come down. Unravel the arms, coming up to stand, and make your way back to the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart, raising the arms up, palms together. Raise the gaze and take a breath. Sweeping down, forward fold. And lengthening the spine, half halfway lift. Forward fold again. Let's step that right leg back. Low lunge. And plank for 3 breaths. Lowering yourself down onto your mat. And then drawing up forehead and chest. Push on up through your tabletop for your downward dog. Connecting with your breath, being in the present. Stretching that right leg out behind you. Let's step it through for our low lunge. And forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up, palms together, raise the gaze, take a breath. And through to forward fold again. Stepping the left leg back for your low lunge. And plank. Keeping the softness in the elbows and plank. Pressing away from the mat with the hands. And then making your way down. And drawing up the chest and forehead. Through to downward dog. And let's stretch that left leg out behind you, stepping it through, low lunge. And into your forward fold. Bending the knees, coming all the way up to stand at the top of the mat, hands in prayer. And just step the feet out so the toes are pointing outwards towards the edge of the mat. We're going to come down into a squat. So just lowering down, coming into your squat, use your elbows against your knees to press them away. One more breath here. And then bring those hands behind you as you lower yourself down onto the mat, lengthening out the legs, sitting up tall, and hinging at the hips into a forward fold. Making your way back up, just bend those knees and let's hug the shins. And then make your way on down onto your mat and hug those knees into the chest. Take a little movement here if you like. And then let the legs come down long, stretching them out. Let the feet flop out to the side. Arms down by your sides with your palms facing upwards for our final resting pose. And thank you for joining me in this practice. I hope you enjoyed it and remained present throughout. And now just allow the body to relax, release, and let go. Letting go the toes and the soles of your feet. Letting go the tops of your feet, your heels and ankles. Letting go your calves and your shins. The fronts of your knees and the backs of your knees. Letting go the fronts of your thighs and the backs of your thighs. Letting go your pelvis and glutes. The whole back of your body and shoulder blades. The front of your body, chest and shoulders. Letting go your armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, backs of your hands, palms of your hands, and your fingers. Letting go the back of your head, the crown of your head, your forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, jaw, chin, lips and tongue. The whole of your body, just let it go. And taking some time here to acknowledge gratitude. Thinking of someone who you're particularly grateful to have in your life today. Let your heart fill with gratitude for them being in your life. And then let your attention go to your breath. As you inhale through your nose into your belly, pause, and then exhale. With each breath, just feeling yourself connect with your inner self. And imagine you're sitting by a lake, surrounded by trees, looking at the nice, calm lake, reflecting all of the nature around her. See some swans gently gliding on the lake. And allow your heart to fill with peace. And spend some time here.